Hey guys, it's me, and today I want to do a quick review on the Dyson DC59 cordless vacuum. Now, I have had so many people ask me to talk about this new vacuum that we got. I got this for my birthday from my friend Sam, and can I just say that's like blows my mind birthday present. I've been wanting a new vacuum for a while now, but we didn't have any excuse to get one because we had one already. But once you know it, like a few days before my birthday, our vacuum pooped out on me, which, as you guys know, I am obsessed with cleaning. I'm obsessed with vacuuming. I vacuum at least sometimes 2 times a day, most of the time at least once a day, but mostly 2 to 3 times a day. We have a lot of traffic through our house. I babysit kids who are crawling. It's just, I like a clean floor. As I've been showing you guys the Dyson, you guys have been like, oh, please let me know how you like it. What, do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Because as you guys know, Black Friday is coming up. I wanted to get this review up for you guys just so that way if you were to, think about maybe purchasing one for Black Friday, you could have some more information about it and how I feel. I've got to say that all around so far, I really love it. I've only had it since the end of October, so in regards of longevity of it, I can't really say that. It still works perfectly fine for us, but like I said, I've only had it since October. There is a 2-year limited warranty on it, so if you I registered mine right away because obviously it's an expensive tool or appliance, whatever you want to call it. The price ranges from $400 to I believe $499 are the prices that I've seen online. Again, Black Friday, you might find those cheaper. I know you can order from Amazon and get it Amazon Prime as well. I'll leave that link to that underneath this video. It is a great vacuum. It is about 5 pounds. I'll just show you it right now. This is what it looks like. It's 5 pounds. It's very easy to lift, actually 4.6 pounds to be exact. I love the way it looks. I love how lightweight it is. As you guys know, I suffer from terrible back pain, so vacuuming every day and pulling something up and down the stairs was just not very good for me. This is just amazing. It makes vacuuming such a breeze for me. It makes vacuuming a breeze for my husband. I mean, even my kids could probably use it to vacuum the house, but it's my baby, so I don't allow anybody to touch it who's under the age of 28. The features that you're going to get with this is that that it's cordless. I cannot tell you how much of a difference not having a cord attached to my vacuum has made in my life. I don't think I ever realized how much I hated those damn cords, winding them back up, winding them undone, having them unplug on their own because you've gone a little bit too far outside of a room or into a corner or underneath a couch. I have been, since going cordless, I don't ever want to go back. I never realized how much stress that damn cord made on my life, and it's so silly, but it's just like not having it has just completely I don't know, it's taken some of the stress out of vacuuming out for me. That's the first feature you're gonna get, is that it's cordless. The second feature is that it's lightweight. Like I said, it's great for doing stairs. It's great for doing, multiple levels. We have a tri-level or whatever you wanna call it, a basement, a middle, and then an upper. So I do have lots of stairs to go up and down. It's great because it's gonna come with lots of different attachments. It comes with a mini motorized tool, which is just like a smaller version of the base tool, which you can use for doing the inside of your car, seats, the stairs, anything that you want to do. It comes with a combination tool as well, a crevice tool, which is good for doing in between cushions and in the crevices of your stairs, the little where they meet going this way. Does that make sense? And then also comes with a removable wand. This whole thing comes apart, so it's really, really nice so that, like I said, you can take it up and down the stairs. You can do your ceilings, you can do your blinds, you can do basically anything. I think it's a great tool also because it's multi-use. You can use it in your car. You can take it outside and just real quick vacuum out your car with just this little thing. The bin is pretty small, I won't lie, but it's really easy to empty, and honestly, I can do my whole house and then just empty it once. It's, like I said, really quick and easy to do. To clean it, it's really easy as well. It picks up really well. I did a little bit of a rice test for you guys because I wanted to show you how many different types of surfaces I have used this tool on. So the first rice test I did was on our front rug, which is our entrance rug, which is actually what I vacuumed the most out of my whole entire house. Now this rug is going to be a more tightly woven, almost flat surface. It's not hardwood obviously, but it is still a rug, but it's not one of those fluffy rugs, and it picks up stuff beautifully off of it. During the fall when we had leaves falling everywhere, it just swept them up so nicely, and as you can see, it's sweeping up the rice really nicely. So it did an A1 job on that. The next test I did was on our hardwood floor because most of our house is hardwood and it collects a bunch of dust and stuff, which is another reason why I like to vacuum multiple times a day because my oldest daughter does have allergies. So of course I'm going to be vacuuming the hardwood all the time. This does, again, an amazing job on the hardwood. There are some instances where if you don't go over the surface enough, where smaller things like rice or rock salt, winter's coming up, will over rotate and then flip out. All you have to do is just go over it again though and it sweeps it right up. The third surface test I wanted to do was on our other living room rug. I wanted to show you guys kind of what a plushier rug, what the rice pickup was like with the Dyson on that, and as you can see, it did wonderfully. Once again, it swept it up almost immediately. And then the last surface test I want to do was just on regular carpet. Our basement is fully carpeted. I vacuum that once or twice a day because again, that's where all the little ones play downstairs, and it just picks up it does probably the best on carpet. And when I say that, I just mean that it picks up immediately anything and everything on the carpet. It does just as good of a job though everywhere else. It's just the carpet, it's amazing. I always thought that with vacuums to have a lot of power, you needed to have a lot of weight. I was completely wrong. When I got this, I seriously kind of laughed a little bit. I was like, this is not gonna pick up everything I need. I'm gonna have to go get another vacuum and this will just be like for the hardwood floors in the kitchen and all of that. I was wrong. This baby does an amazing job on carpet. You don't need the weight. As you can see, I vacuumed our guest room just to show you that it does make the lines in the carpet. You know what I'm talking about, you neat freaks out there. Those nice little crisp lines that show that you just vacuumed your rug or your carpet. It leaves that behind as well, and you don't have to lug around a 15-pound, 10-pound vacuum up and down the stairs. The next aspect I really love about this is how flat it gets. As I said, I like to vacuum because of allergies, so a lot of dust collects underneath couches and a lot of toys collect underneath couches. So this thing, get down on your knees, it goes straight flat underneath any type of furniture that you may encounter. It's great for getting out toys that might be, hidden under there that you can't reach. And the head rotates back and forth as well, so you can really get a good motion underneath all of your furniture. The only flaw that I have found with this so far, only flaw, is the trigger button. The trigger button is right here, this red thing. I'm not gonna push it right now because all of my kids are napping, and this does sound, unfortunately, it is not quieter than a normal vacuum. It's still just as loud, but I'm not a huge fan of the trigger button. I don't know what it is about it, and this is the second one I have used, so it's not just mine being faulty. If you don't press it at the right point at some points, it will just turn off, and then you have to repress the button. And it's not enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, I want to take this back, I hate it, but it is something that I wish Dyson, for such an expensive vacuum, I wish they would have put a better trigger on the vacuum itself. Another thing that I would love to have seen on this vacuum, which is hilarious because when I used it at my friend Sam's house, her husband altered it for me, is it would have been nice to have like a little LED light right here at the head, because like I said, I like to vacuum it underneath the couch, and that is one of the big features of this, is that it is so slim and so flat. You can vacuum underneath furniture, but sometimes it would be nice to see what you're vacuuming up, or just see what is underneath the couch or your table or a cupboard or anything like that. To fix that problem, my friend's husband actually taped a little LED flashlight at the end for me so that I could clean behind the refrigerator and some other stuff at their house. But that's just one thing that would have been kind of cool to see. And again, the only flaw I have picked out so far is the trigger button. There's two different settings on this Dyson. There is a max setting, which is a 50% boost of suction and power, and then there's just the regular setting. You just push the button at the top while you're running it on with the trigger down, and you turn on the max and it will glow blue, and that's when you get the extra strength, and then you can turn it off by pushing the button again while you're vacuuming. I like to use this in the max setting, but unfortunately in the max setting you get about, I want to say, almost half the time as you do battery life just on the regular. However, because this thing is so lightweight and easy to use, and because I vacuum so regularly, I can vacuum our whole entire house, which is about 1,500 square feet, I believe. I can vacuum it in one battery charge. If I go a little bit overboard and I decide to get underneath crevices and start doing cobwebs in the ceiling, which again is another reason why I love this thing, because it's so lightweight, I can just do the ceiling corners and stuff no problem. If I go a little bit over the board, then it will die on me. But for the most part, I can get about almost 7 or 8 minutes on max boost, and that just covers my whole house. And honestly, usually I'm just a spot cleaner throughout the day, so I'll put it back on its dock and I'll grab it whenever I need it to sweep up something in the kitchen or the front entrance or something like that. Speaking of the dock, I love the dock. We have our setup in our kitchen just kind of tucked away by the oven with the rest of our cleaning things. I love that it just snaps just snugly in there and flat up against the wall, and it looks really nice. And I also love that it's got compartments for all the other appliance heads. The one thing that is kind of a bummer for me though with the docking port or battery charging port is that there are 4 brush heads altogether. So if one is on this thing and 2 are hanging up, there's always one that is kind of just loosely hanging around. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they didn't add another spot to put that 3rd brush head on. So that is kind of bothersome. But again, it's not something that I'm like, oh man, I hate this thing because of that reason. No, I love this thing. Like I said, I can't speak about the longevity of it, so that kind of, I feel bad that I can't talk about how long it will last you, but it does again come with a 2-year limited warranty. And most stores actually have a warranty as well that you can purchase on products like this. But for the most part, I have really been enjoying this vacuum. It's made vacuuming so much easier and so much more fun for me, and my husband loves using it as well. And the one test that I didn't show you guys was on ceramic floor. We have ceramic tile in our kitchen, and it basically works exactly the same as hardwood as it does on ceramic. So I hope that answered all of your guys' questions. I apologize, I don't have any specs of like motor and suction and numbers and this and that, because that's just not who I am. I'm that person who, if it works and I like using it, then that's great in my book. So look online for those specs. Again, I will leave a link to this one on underneath this video. It does come, I believe, in 3 different models. It comes in a lower model than this one, and then it comes in a newer model that I believe is exactly the same. When I looked at the specs, it's exactly the same except for the brush head is a little bit different, but again, I could be wrong. But I will leave this one underneath here, and I hope you guys have a very safe and happy Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and happy shopping to any of you who are taking advantage of the sales. And I hope this review is helpful for you guys who are considering getting the Dyson DC59 Animal Digital Slim Cordless Vacuum. So I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye.